Introduction for him. Him is Patrick. He hails from Slow, San Luis Obispo. How was that, huh? Was that good?
Pretty good.
That's pretty good, right? And Patrick's helped us out at lots of boot camps. Patrick is intuitive, but the great thing about Patrick is that after each boot camp, he learns just as much as everybody else, which is exactly what you should be doing, because the teacher should learn as much as the student should learn. So Patrick, share something.
Yeah, you know, about 9 months ago, I was trained in all kinds of pickup stuff too, and about 9 months ago, a friend of mine said something, and I realized it too. I was sitting there one night and I thought, you know what? No one really likes me that much. And it was a jarring realization, and I hated it. And then a friend of mine about a week later said, you know, when you're being normal, you're actually a really charming guy. And I realized exactly what she meant, even though she didn't realize what she meant. What she meant was that when I'm not using all that pickup shit, all those pickup techniques I learned, I'm just me, and I'm a normal, good, charming guy. But with all those weird pickup techniques that were trying to compel people to do things for me, or make them like me, or get them attracted in a certain way, or think of me a certain way, it wasn't, not only was it not me, but it was putting them off, because they could tell that the wheels were turning, I was being phony. And so when I let go and I just decided that me was plenty good enough, all of a sudden I noticed how much better I was able to connect with people, how much more women were attracted to me. I even felt physically more attractive all of a sudden. So that's actually all I wanted to add to the previous podcast we've been doing so far.
Actually, I want to add something too. I want to add something, because that's something that I think my big aha moment was when I stopped. It was a Thanksgiving dinner. I think I've told some of you guys this story, but the rest of you guys may not know it. But for me, it was a big Thanksgiving dinner. I was always on the hunt. You know, I was always there performing. I'd go to Whole Foods and perform my Whole Foods routine, you know, and just go and get the phone number. It was always about getting the phone number. I wouldn't go to Whole Foods just to experience Whole Foods. I went to Whole Foods at a certain time of the day, 7:30 at night, because I was destination pickup. I was destination getting a phone number. I would feel miserable. I'd validate myself with 3 phone numbers per week, okay? I would validate it. I'd be like, yeah, I got 3 phone numbers. I'd rub it into all the other guys who didn't get phone numbers. It was just my ego really basically kicking in. The problem was with a lot of those phone numbers is I wasn't getting a lot of second dates. I wasn't even getting a lot of callbacks because nobody knew who I was. I went to a woman's house one time for Thanksgiving, and I was bored. Just like a typical guy that wants to meet women. Here I was at a Thanksgiving dinner with a bunch of lesbians and a bunch of couples, and there was no women there for me to hit on. So for me, it was an unsuccessful day. It was an unsuccessful evening. And instead of just saying to myself, wow, what a great Thanksgiving with great people, I had to go and walk through the entire apartment complex looking for a group of single women that were having dinner. Of course, as any good pickup artist would, I found it. I went in there, I did my usual performance that I normally do, got the phone number of the girl, which is very easy, because getting the phone number is really easy. If you perform like a great performer, they're going to pay you with a phone number, okay? I walked back, and of course I validated myself, and this was about 10 or 11 years ago, and I go like this, right? And hey Patrick, how are you, man? I go like this, right? And I'm like holding the phone number, and I go, look, I got the phone number, I got the phone number. You know, and all of a sudden the woman looks at me, the lesbian says to me, she goes, really? I go, who did she get the phone number of, David or the performer? I go, what are you talking about? She got the phone number of David. She goes, no, David's been sitting here having Thanksgiving dinner with us at times when he's been present. The performer is the guy that walks in and just wows people with that 5-minute performance. She goes, maybe if you're yourself every single time, maybe you'll start meeting some amazing women. All of a sudden that really set in. She lectured me for about 25 minutes, and I really reevaluated my life. 6 months later, I met the woman I spent 7 years with. Because what happens is that when you start getting in touch with who you are and what you're all about, people start to gravitate towards you. So the pickup lines and stuff, and the pickup routines and all the other stuff, that's just a crutch. And that crutch, is you're gonna have to get rid of that crutch at one time or another, because it just doesn't allow people to get to know who you are. That's all I wanted to add.
Perfect.
And for me, real quick, it's more like...
Wait, let's switch the camera around. Woo! This is like reverse camera zone. Wait a second, Daphne, how is it for you? Daphne, how is it for you, huh? Okay, go ahead, Kim.
For me, I just want to add, a lot of people, you know, misunderstand me. Be yourself.
Wait. For all of you that ever watch this on YouTube, you always say, I can't hear you, man. The bus. What did he say? Fuck, man, what did I miss? They think they missed the biggest tidbit in the entire world. Rewatch it, man. You didn't miss anything. He's going to repeat it all right now in Handycam. Oh, wait. I can't hear you, man. The Harley Davidson shit. Okay, go ahead.
So, you know, for a lot of people, you know, they don't really know what it means to be yourself. They say being yourself doesn't work because being yourself hasn't gotten me, you know, the woman that I want yet. But being yourself is really learning to get back in touch with your true essence. A lot of time, you think you're being yourself right now, but you're not, because you have all these layers around you that you've built throughout your life, all these insecurities, all these fears, and all these, you know, hopes and dreams too. But the difference is what we say when you mean being yourself is get back in touch with the essence of yourself, the really core. If you think of yourself as an onion, you have all these layers around you. Start to peel those layers out until you can see the real core that you are, and then learn to project that out to the people around you. That's when you really, the be yourself means and how you can become attractive being yourself.
Anybody else want to add anything? And in that sense, you want to know if somebody's really comfortable in their own skin? Now just look at her right now, okay?
Oh, yeah.
First off, okay, she's about to nod out, right? Because she's been walking around all the time, right? But I mean, look how peaceful that face is, man. That is just the most peaceful face in the entire world. She's just chilling out, relaxing, right? Not caring. She picked up more people today than anybody did. Why? Being herself, right? She didn't try to be a golden retriever. She just wanted to be a Labrador, you know? Right, Daff? Are you ready, girl? Are you ready, girl? Are you? I can never turn this fucker off. We'll have to edit that one part where I said I can never turn this fucker off. I can never turn this fucker off. I can never turn this fucker off.
Where you at?